How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today, let's talk about how much HOA monthly fees is really costing you. I've been getting really surprised at the HOA fees that they charge these days, especially in houses and condos. It can range anywhere from like $100 all the way up to $400 a month. Now, on the surface, it doesn't look too bad, right? Because $100 is only $1,200 a month. $400 is only $4,800 a month. When you look at it that way, it's a lot, but then it's actually a lot more than you think. You see, the way I look at these monthly fees is instead of looking at the dollar amount at face value, I look at it as if you're taking this and put it in an investments account instead and getting 6% gain per year. Now 6% is kind of average and it takes inflation into account. Without inflation, you might be getting something like 8% if you know how to invest correctly. So over here, I listed out some typical HOA fees. You might have something like $10, $90, $300. I just looked up some house randomly and it was $300 HOA fee. The condo itself was actually $300,000, yet the HOA fee is about $300. Sometimes it gets a little high and I put $400 in this little chart here. Now this little chart, I put 6% compounded interest rate, and you can download it down in the video description below if you want to play with it. Every single line is a total accumulated payment that came out of your pocket. You see, when it's $10, you paid $133.97 if you would have invested in it. Because if you just add 10 times 12, it's really $120. But with all the investment gains, it costed you $133.97. Fast forward 10 years, the $10 is really $1,444, which is quite a bit. Now, why did I put this $90 in the second column? Because most cell phone plans cost each individual about $90. And I really like using this example because I actually haven't paid for a cell phone plan for the past 10 years. Now, if you look at this graph at $90 and go down 10, you'll see it's actually $13,000. Well, past these 10 years that I haven't been paying for a cell phone plan, I saved roughly $13,000 compared to a person that actually did. So my net worth is actually $13,000 more than whoever that did. And yes, it did look kind of crazy at the moment because I'm like, oh, I don't want to use my cell phone. I was using a work cell phone for about 2 to 3 of the 10 years, but they did allow personal use. That's why I didn't have my own. But the interesting thing here is the $300 column, which is the HOA fee for an example property I was looking at that costed $300,000. Now $300,000, maybe you might be getting a 30-year mortgage fixed rate or something. And at the end of this 30 years, you'll likely be paying double, $300,000 on the principal, $300,000 on the interest alone if you kind of went through the whole 30 years. But the thing is, when you look at the very bottom at 30 years, you also paid $301,000 just in HOA fees. So this HOA fee you actually never get back. It's a fee and it does not get applied to the principal of your loan. So you're not actually increasing your net worth by paying down the principal. This HOA fee, sometimes to me, it's a little inflated because if you look at the association, a lot of times they pay people to do administrative work, and you can imagine there could be some inefficiencies in there. In the association, it's not like they're going to often go shopping around for the best price for everything. For example, for a gardener, maybe they would hire someone that they actually know, so then that benefits someone that they know. In turn, that's going to not make your HOA fee all that low. Versus if you have your own property and you want to have a really low price for a gardener, then yeah, you would go compare across several places. So there's the issue of effort, which could potentially be inflating your HOA. The HOA might pay for like a pool or a gym or like asphalt paving and things like that. But to me, $300 a month, you can actually pay like $100 entry fee to some place, and you can go a dozen times a year for $100 each, and you would still be better off than paying $300 HOA fee every single month. So over here is a chart form of this. I'm sure you've seen compounding interest and things like that, where you put in $100 every month. Well, this is, instead of putting it in this HOA fee, you put it in an investment account. So this is kind of like what it's costing you instead of what is actually going to save you. So you can look at this and then go, oh my gosh, it's kind of exponential. This is the very main reason why I'm so allergic to monthly fees. Whenever you have anything that's recurring, be very, very, very careful with this. Things like cable bill, internet bill, HOA fees, cell phone plans, magazine subscriptions, things that are recurring where you absolutely turn off your brain and it just automatically charges you. Those are the most dangerous, because once you just let go of it, you just kind of forget and you go, oh yeah, that's my expense rate, that's my burn rate every single month. And those expenses is just gonna chug along, and slowly, while you're not looking, it's just gonna exponentially increase. I do realize that this channel does have a Patreon, which is also a monthly fee. Now, how do I reconcile this when I'm telling everybody, hey, be very, very careful with monthly fees, and yet I'm going, hey, look, I got Patreon here, pay me a monthly fee, you know, support my channel and things like that. I guess you should keep the Patreon really low to keep the expenses low for yourself. But to me, perhaps I am helping you so much that it more than offsets that amount that you do on my Patreon. I have a good feeling that I'm actually saving a lot of people a lot of money if you actually follow what I'm trying to teach here these days. So yeah, I mean, I have the Patreon, and I do hope you guys help contribute to my channel to the point where it's sustainable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know what you think of monthly fees and which one you're going to cancel right this moment. I have my Patreon over here, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.